Back to MTFC TV. Joining me this time is new player assistant manager Shaun Harrad. Shaun, firstly, how does it feel to take the assistant manager role?
Yeah, I'm obviously delighted. Obviously I've enjoyed playing, being a part of the team this season. But also this role's took my mind off it, if I'm being honest, and I really wanted to be part of the way we're playing towards the end of the season. So yeah, really excited. The hard work starts now and we move on to next season.
How do you feel you'll be able to... What do you feel will be the difference maker when you're twinning that assistant manager and player role? Will we see you often on the pitch as a player, or will you be more in a touchline role?
Well, that's something that I was really keen on as a player, first and foremost, and secondly as an assistant. I think that'll be an integral part, being on the pitch to give messages as well as the skipper, and I'm really excited just the brand of football and the support we've had. It's been really promising.
Obviously you're big into your coaching, you've got your own coaching company. Where does that come from? Is that something you've always wanted to go into after football, or is it something as you've progressed through your football career that you've thought, oh, that's what I want to do once my time on the pitch is finished?
It's obviously when you turn 30 you start asking the questions of what do I do, and I've kind of just fallen into it, to be honest, and I've really enjoyed it. I've really enjoyed seeing the results from what you're trying to get across to the youngsters and obviously my teammates on the pitch. I'm talking from my coaching point of view, from my company and from Matlock first team. And just on the sidelines, just to see them, produce what you're trying to coach as me and Hawley are trying to get across.
Obviously, Dave, for a lot of people, was new when he took the job. You worked with him on a one-to-one basis and worked within the squad. What sort of manager is he behind the scenes compared to what we've seen in front of the scenes?
He's very calm, collected. He knows what he wants, and he's very informative of this is it. If you don't like it, lump it, kind of thing. So the lads have really jumped on board of what we're trying to integrate here, and I want to be part of that. And like I say, playing side of it I've really enjoyed, so I want to keep playing as long as I can. And it just kind of ended, unfortunately, myself with an injury and an operation, but I'll be fighting fit, ready to go in the start of the season in August.
A lot of fans will obviously be asking how is your recovery progressing? Are you back to running yet, or are you still a few weeks off that? Can you fill us in?
No, I'm actually ready to go next week. 7-8 weeks now, so yeah, I'm ready to go. I feel good. It's just getting that guidance of holding the reins in. I don't want to do too much too soon. There's no rush, but yeah, I'm pretty on course to a full recovery.
Obviously, for those who don't know, we're still at the Matlock Town presentation evening. You've picked up the Stephen Greenoff top goal scorer of the season, scoring 22 goals, and may I say, some magnificent goals in that lot. But what was your favourite of this season that you scored?
Oh God, there was one or two, maybe three. There was on the right hand side, obviously the half volley into the far corner. Can't remember the one on this side. The top corner, that meant a lot. There's the lobbed header. Yeah, there's a few to pick from, and they all meant a lot to me. And it's just great to be on the score sheet. And leading up to that injury, obviously the results didn't go for us. I was scoring goals, which was positive, but I didn't quite get the results we was looking for, which was frustrating. But obviously, towards the end of the season, I was quite hoping to be on the pitch, the opportunities we're creating. So as a striker, I'm delighted with the 22 goals return, and there's a few special ones in that mix.
You've played with a lot of other strikers this season: Ricky German, Lee Bennett, Harry Lim, Mark Newsham, just to name a few. But what do you think would be your ideal strike partner for this upcoming season?
Well, obviously I've adjusted my game a lot these last couple of years. I'm not as quick as I used to be. I hold the ball up well. I'd like to think we need someone quite quick, quite nippy, just to get in and behind. But obviously that's the gaffer's decision and myself to make a decision on that. we did, like you say, we had quite a few strikers and it didn't quite work off. You know, Ricky, he's a handful on his day. We had Limmy. I didn't quite get to play with him. And Nui, you know, Nui was a very identical player to myself, and we'll look to get that one right this season.
For some were worried about when Dave and yourself took the job that there'd be a lack of contacts. After, I don't know if you've seen the previous interview I did with Dave, he spoke about how he has a lot of contacts from league clubs to non-league clubs. Do you feel, obviously, I know you've got a lot of friends in the game, do you feel you bring that to the table as well?
Well, obviously, yeah, it's 18 years of playing career, you know. You gain a lot of contacts along the way, as Hawley has, doing what he does. And let's not forget, Matlock Town's a very good football club and a popular one at that. So the brand of football we like to play hopefully attracts, you know, league clubs wanting their players to learn their trade, and you know, be looking at that over the summer.
Obviously, for the players now, with the end of the season, a lot will go off on the holidays with the families and such. I suppose for you and Dave, the hard work's only just beginning. Have you started making lists of players? Are you talking to people, or is that something you'll take a few weeks rest and then move into that?
No, it's already begun. To be honest, we've tried to keep the core of the team what we have here already. You know, they've shown what they're capable of, and the attitude they've shown towards the end of this season. And we just need to add to that, and obviously that's the manager's decision to make over the summer. But yeah, it's already begun. It's hard work starts now.
Obviously, when you came to Matlock initially at the start of the season, you dropped down from the Vanarama Conference. What was your decision? What was the big factor in your decision coming to Matlock? Obviously, I presume you had a few more offers elsewhere, but what swung it for you that you wanted to come and get involved with the Gladiators?
Well, obviously I was at Wrexham and Torquay. That's a long way away from two young children and my wife. I'm based in the East Midlands, and I just needed to be wanted. I had opportunities to sign at other clubs, but this was very local, and you know, it's a decision that was a big one, probably the biggest in my career, to be honest, because I'm in that transition of that age of do I want to coach, do I not? And I ended up setting up my own coaching business, and it just worked really well in regards to the part-time aspect of it. And yeah, I don't regret it one bit, because this club is a fantastic club with good people, and we look to attract more fans down here for next season, and reward them with a lot more than this season.
Obviously, we'll link Shaun's coaching website in the comment section of this post on Facebook, or if you've seen it on YouTube, it'll be in the description. Can you talk to us about what that entails? You know, what sort of coaching you do, what sort of ages?
Well, I coach in the East Midlands, Nottingham. I do group sessions from 6 to 11. I do boot camps. I do one-to-one sessions and birthday party functions. Obviously I've done my UEFA B, and I just want to give something back to the community, something that I didn't have as a youngster, and I just like to give them an insight to professional footballers' lives and how they've got there, and I think that's important.
I'll leave it at one final question, because I think Shaun and his wife wanted to get off, and I can't blame them. It's a bit nippy out here getting. Do you have a final message for the fans before we sign off?
Just you know, stick with us, and hopefully we deliver next season. We've got our own targets in mind, and I can't wait to get back out on that pitch to score more goals for Matlock Town.
Okay, thank you very much, Shaun. This was MTFC TV's interview with Shaun Harrad, and I'm signing off. Thank you.